Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Friday night, it's 9 p.m. Let's do this thing. How are we all doing? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Hopefully you can. I have been up, so bear with me, that's all I can say. Monitors going from here all the way around to here. I've got a proper command center. That just means macros will actually work. We'll have a professional all the way, eh? It's Friday night. Time for a little bit of fun and games. We have for you tonight the regular quiz, July quiz, volume low. Volume low. Why is volume? Volume. Volume is not one of the things I've been dicking around with, so I don't know why volume is low. Let's see if I can. You think you are? Is that any better? No. Same. Is that any better? Is that any better? Is that any better? Is that any better? I don't know if anything's happening. Well, we'll just see how we get on to. Basically, I've spent all week pressing buttons and breaking things, so monitors are all over the place. Everything else is all over the place. That looks like it's better. Is it any better? I have dropped it several times, so maybe it could be that. That's better, right? Okay, we'll go with that then. Anyway, who have we got to... Let's start it off. First up, we have Stuart in from sunny Wolverhampton. Sunny Sheffield as well. It's not too bad here. Lily, how we doing? Zenny... Oh, Zenny's in, although I missed it. Zenny's in. I thought Graham was talking to him. Oh, maybe I was talking to myself. Who knows? Who knows? Morley, Applegal, how we doing? My chat is jumping around somewhat. Mandy's here. Christopher's in. Follow you on Twitter. Are people still? Am I pressing buttons that say things? I'm not on Twitter. I don't know why I'm asking people to follow me on. Oh, well, I probably are on Twitter. Is Twitter even on Twitter? What's it called these days? X. I'm rubbish at it all. My main things are YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Sound not good. Sound not good. Right, better. It isn't 9 p.m. It's 9:05. Oh, sorry. Pedantic much. We're a little bit late. Right, so as I was saying, which you probably couldn't hear, was I have, for this evening's entertainment lined up for you, the regular July quiz, which, if you're here for the whole month, there may or may not be prizes at the end of this month's. Depending on how well I do with my fish room reorganisation and how much tat I find. So I might do like some decent prizes. So I might do like some fish food, things like that. My book. I've got some plants that are kind of fine, but not like, wow, look at the stunning quality of that plant. There's plants that have been like living in a box for the last 6 months, not in prime conditions. So they'll come back nicely, but I wouldn't really want to sell them probably. So we might sell some, might give them away as prizes. We might give away equipment, some pumps, some filters, some tanks even, who knows. Some of that. So basically, try your hardest in the quiz. And then after that quiz, as you know, we've been trialing different things this last few weeks of answer smashes, pardon me, dingbats. I've come up with a new format tonight of a little bit more of all of them. So we'll try that. It's either going to be brilliant or infuriating. I'm really sitting on the cusp on this one. I'm not sure which way this one's going to go, but we'll see what it is. Okay now, good evening from sunny Walsall. How are we doing, Matthew? Sandra is in as well. I follow you on the TikTok. Oh, thank you very much. How's the fish room renovating getting on? I mean, can I show you? I've completely changed my plans. So this has probably been the longest video I've ever tried to make, because I think I'm into week 3 or 4 now of trying to renovate my fish room to make it better, to be a working fish room, a breeding, selling, customer-friendly retail space almost. And every time I decide something, go, right, I'm going to do this, I immediately go, nah, don't like that. It's not going to, nah, don't like that. And the thing I'm worried about is I have 2 competing priorities. I want more space so I can cram in as many tanks as I can. So I've got lots of discus babies that need grow out room. I've got lots of larger growing discus that need grow out room. I've got lots of adult discus that I'd like to be able to show off better. And I'd like to buy more discus in to sell. So I need more tanks. But the more tanks that I put in, the less space I have. And the thing that I know will annoy me more than anything else is spending my life in the fish room doing this, trying to go back and forward as I'm squeezing past, and especially with people. So whenever I've had people visit before, well, I still had Mega Tank and just 1 rack of tanks. As soon as you get 1 or 2 people in, and they're picking fish or whatever, it's always like, oh, excuse me, pardon me, beg pardon. So I know what that gap is, and that's barely tolerable. I'd like to have more than that, but if I have more than that, I can't have as many tanks. So I'm trying to figure out how to get a unique balance. So I think I started the video, and I've probably told you guys this, that I had Mega Tank was here, and then I had another rack on the end. I was going to get rid of Mega Tank and double that rack and just have it like that. Didn't like that in the end. I started playing around with it, drawing shapes on the floor with cardboard boxes, all that kind of stuff. So then I thought, instead of having it this way, so Mega Tank and extra rack, I'll just take the extra rack and turn the extra rack that way, 90 degrees. So as it comes out from the wall that Mega Tank was on, so as effectively I had like a horseshoe shaped viewing area. But then didn't maximize anything either. I wanted to use all the tanks that I've got, so I've been just messing around all over the place. So I have built 1 rack just to get all my fish in more optimal conditions at the moment. So I might have to split this video in 2 or 3, however it's now. But the good news is Mega Tank is gone. It is dead. It is done. It is forever. I have cleaned up. It's a very spacious fish room. In fact, I wonder if I can show you. I used to be able to do things on my phone, but I can't remember if I still do that or not. It was Droid Cam or something, wasn't it? I'm going to see if I switch. So I might disappear for a second while I try and switch to my phone. Let me see if this works. This does not appear to be working. Bear with me, bear with me. We can do this. Oh, it's red. Why is it red? Okay, we can't do that. I will need to play around with that a little bit. I've never seen it turn red before. Anyway, over there is, I'm enjoying it now because I can swing a cat. I don't have a cat, but if I had one, I'd be able to swing it around. I'm going for a rack on the far wall, space, another big rack, double rack, space, and then the existing rack. I'm just worried that that might too be a bit too... It gives me just over a meter in between tanks, basically, which is kind of fine, and it's kind of what I had here already, but that was already quite annoying. But it might be good enough. It's not optimal for filming, though. So when you're trying to film a tank, you're a bit like this. So it might make things a bit more awkward from that point of view, but I'm enjoying the dilemma, let's say. Chat, you mean prizes? Yes, there may be some prizes. I Americans do not qualify. Well, no, we will qualify America. So I ain't shipping fish tanks to America. I'll just put that out there. So Americans qualify, but there might be some prize swappages. Americans might get a book or stickers or things that fit in a large envelope rather than big bulky items that cost me hundreds of dollars to ship to America. Or virtual goods, maybe. I don't know. If I win, can you send me more fridge magnets? Yes, fridge magnets. That could be a thing that we can definitely do, fridge magnets. Incredible tat. Yes, I was I was thinking of renaming my shop, so where I've got merch. I think I've got merch drinkware, merch clothing, and merch everything else. I was just thinking merch clothing, drinkware, tat. UK rigged is well. Yeah, probably. I'm trying not to be UK rigged, but you know. The Newfoundlanders well, maybe. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Within reason, let's put it that way. Tanks on the ceiling. Well, that'd be difficult to do water changes. That's the only thing. I wish I could get my phone to. Why do I? Who knows? Johnny Sim says Graham Kerr 457 ? I don't know what that means. Is that like a 4, 5, 7? Is that like a gang sign? Oh, I don't know. I just incited a riot. Put your layout into AI and give a go for the most. I have done that, as I do. I've also done it in my modelling software. I've 3D built versions of my fish room, and they all look great until I actually stand in the space and lay out. I've been using like cardboard boxes and stuff to just lay out now that the space is empty, or tape on the floor to say, right, if I'm standing here, because 90 centimeters sounds, that's fine. I could stand in 90 centimeters or 3 feet. That'd be plenty. But when you actually stand there, you go, oh, that's like, oh no, that's not enough. So then 100 centimeters, oh, that'll be much bigger. It's like that much bigger. It's not that much bigger. So I need a bigger unit, but we'll see. I think the plan will be to compromise on space, like physical space, to get as many tanks as I can to prove whether or not the whole selling fish commercially thing, breeding fish, is viable. And then if it is, that'll prove it'll be worth the investment of moving into a unit. That's kind of where I'm at. London Boy says, blessings, everyone. Thank you very much. Bandit's back. Finally managed to make it. I had an absolutely manic couple of months, so it's good to be able to sit down for once. I know, well, because it's nice weather, everyone buggers off to the pub on a Friday night during the summer, so thank you for coming back. Jacob says, anyone bought any cool fish recently? I have not bought any cool fish. I have not bought any fish recently. I have been playing around with moving fish all over the place. So I've now got the tiger shovel nose catfish is in here going, oh my god, look at the size of these fish. So I'm hopeful he'll start growing a bit faster. And then I've just got all my discus moving around into various that's Missy's adventures in the background, watering the garden. You can probably hear or see. That's what she's doing. Zenny says, if you haven't hit the like yet or aren't sure, just make sure to do that. I mean, you might as well. It's free after all. You want to this quality entertainment. It's absolutely free, but it'd be nice if you just gave it a wee thumbs up or a wee like or a comment and said hello if you're here for the first time. We are going to, in about 10 minutes or so, play the first of this evening's quiz games. Let me just copy the link and put it in chat for you. I've got so many screens. I tell you what I can do, thinking this through. I can take a picture of my screen setup because this is awesome. I'm fully loving my command center unit. I can post this in Discord. And then I can just take a wee picture of the tanks I've set up so far. So I'll stick these in Discord while we talk. Because, you know, I can multitask me. As he now goes silent while he tries to find Discord on his phone. But yes, the quiz is free. As I was saying, you can do what you want with that. Play along. It might be worth it. You might get a thing at some point. General chat. Let's go with that. There you go. Now you can see my awesome command center. Just finished reading an article that's been written in Custom Car about my family's drag racing history, and it's awesome. Wow, that does sound good. Send us a link to that if you've got it. Everyone can have a look. 28 people and only 5 likes. I mean, that's a good ratio. People don't normally like me. London Boy has a quick question. I'm a beginner. Can you have the plant peace lily with an external filter in the fish tank? Can you have the plant peace? Well, in this tank, I have a peace lily. So the roots are submerged in the corner over here. It'd have been better if it was over there, then I could have shown you. And I have an external filter, so I'm going to say the answer is yes. I'd like betta fish stickers or magnets. Well, I don't have betta fish stickers, so I'll need to commission some for that to be a thing. Peace lilies love that environment. A great bog filter plant. Indeed. Indeed. Perhaps she means your Instagram name. Oh, I don't know what that means. Send out a signed portrait of you with your discus fish 1980 style with a wicker chair. I think people might report me for like crimes against vision. I need a bigger unit. If I had a nickel for every time I heard a guy say that, I'd be rich. Indeed. I've hit like gently because I don't want to break my phone. That's very sensible. Late night. Hi from Sweden, says Gasmas. Nice to see you. Glad you're here. Is there a prize for worst player? No, just the fun of knowing how terrible you are. I guess we'll go with that. Let me just see if it's working. Yes, well, kind of got it there. Like Inception. And for those of you who like to scan the scanny thing, no worky. That's another thing that I've broken while I've been playing along. Nope. I mean, why do I pay for these things when they never bloody work? I'm going to have to start rebooting machine more than once a month. Oh, I might have unplugged it. That could be why. Never mind. It's in this month's issue of Custom Car, available. Any good magazine? Oh, right. There's not an online thing. An actual physical magazine. Wow. A cut above. Very cool. Right. I'll have to do it manually. For those of you who like to scan the scanny thing. Oh. No. There we go. Try and get my face in the right place. Say to everyone. How many likes are we up to yet? Do we know? No, it says there's nobody watching in my screen, but I assume because some of you are typing in chat that can't be true. Unless, of course, everything's just broken. Anyone still there? Let me know if you're still here. Anyway, I'm going to witter on even if you're not there. So that's my goal for this week coming, is to build the central channel and buy and build a whole bunch of new tanks. I think I'm going to buy tanks. I'm going to do more of the IKEA tanks because it's the cheapest way I can get glass, and it's a very uniform size. So when I've been scouring Facebook Marketplace, I can always get, there's a 2-foot tank here, or there's a 3-foot tank, there's a 2.5-foot tank. Oh, this one's 45 centimeters wide, this one's only 40 wide, this one's 50 high. That would annoy my OCD. So I want to get a level of uniformity. So I think I'm just going to buy a bunch of IKEA shelvings, build tanks like that, and then get that done. So it's going to be another couple of weeks before we're anywhere near finished. So I might knock this video on the head. It's taken me like 3 or 4 weeks to get to this point, but I suspect I've got about 2 minutes worth of footage, which will be slightly annoying. But in terms of other things that are going on here, I've had to move the parents away from the other smaller batch of fry because they were starting to take lumps out of the blue diamond, who's got a big scar on its side now because I took a bit longer than I should have done. So they're in another tank on their own, recovering and already pecking away at the side of the wall, I think, cleaning, ready for another spawn. I'm kind of hoping to give them a rest for a bit. All the other fry are doing really well. I've not had any luck. Well, I've had maybe 1 or 2 fry I've lost, which is nothing. So they're doing really well. Everything else I'm really quite happy with. So hopefully, touch wood, everything will go well. We've got 4 minutes. We have 10 players for quiz. So hopefully we'll get a few more before we kick that off. Brand new month as well. So, this is one. If there is only 10 of you, you could be in quids in for the prizes. What have I got? Else have I got going on tomorrow? I am going to Newcastle. I'm away for a family wedding, so I will be doing the majority of the driving. So I've got to do that, go and see all the in-laws and all the nieces and nephews and things like that. So that'll be fun. I've got 2 of my kids are away tonight at parties. One of them's at prom. So I don't know what state he's going to come rolling in at, and the other one's away at another party. So, it's quiet here at Casa Care. We got to go down to see them off to prom, and all the big limos and stuff that folk get dropped off. Prom is a new thing to me. It wasn't a thing when I was at school. People didn't go to prom. Prom was a thing you saw on the telly for Americans. It's all the rage. And all the kids getting dropped off and all like the fancy cars, some McLarens, Ferraris, big Rolls Royces, Range Rovers, all kinds of stuff, all classic cars. It's really cool. So they all come in, and there's like a turning circle to drop off the kids, so you can drive down, and then there's a left turn to the car park, or you can carry on and go to the turning circle. So if you're in a fancy car, you go to the turning circle and you drop off your kid and take a bunch of pictures, and away you go. So, but there was obviously people who were clearly thought they had a fancy car, but then when they got to the car park, realised their car wasn't fancy enough. So did a quick U-turn and went into the car park. But you could tell it was a shame though, because they had like bows tied on the handles and stuff, but it was just like an Audi A4 or something. They were a bit like, oh shit, there's Ferraris and Lamborghinis. Oh no, I'm not going up there. I'll look like a proper arse. But there's all kinds of things. It's really cool. And one guy turned up in a big like American truck, like 18-wheeler type thing, but just the cab bit. I don't know what you call them. Kenilworth, is that what they're called? The big things, giving it the and all that kind of jazz. And like everybody, as he turned up, because that's enormous thing, everybody else in their fancy cars, all the McLarens and Ferraris, were like, oh shit, get out of the way in case he's trying to turn around. So that was quite funny. So we've dropped him off. See how he get on tonight. Got to see his girlfriend for the first time. Boy, he's punching. That's all we can say. I probably shouldn't say that because he might be watching. So we've done all that. They're good to go. We have now still 10 players ready for the quiz. Fish Fam Link says, show some love by liking this video and subscribe to stay in the loop. I would agree. But if there's only 10 of you are going to play the quiz, you know. I remember university in the early 2000s, all scientific journals called periodicals, and they were stacked up to the ceiling in bookshelves. A huge ladder was needed. I know, the old days before everything was digitized. Could you have a video of Brian's thoughts and musings? I don't think Brian has thoughts. Maybe he does, you never know. Mini Scenes, how we doing? Won't be joining in with the quiz tonight. Multitasking here, just wanted to say that. Well, thanks, nice to see you. It's great to see the success rate on the fry from the last time. It is, yes, I'm very happy with it. I've actually changed what I'm doing mostly out of convenience. So normally I hit the baby brine shrimp hard, but I've got both lazy and, I mean, it's not completely new, but I've used the Ocean Nutrition, the instant baby brine shrimp this time. So the big batch, I just couldn't keep up with production of my own baby brine shrimp. So I bought that to backfill it. It's this stuff. You may well have seen it before. Instant baby brine shrimp from Ocean Nutrition. You just like squeeze a pipette, feed it, all good. And like I say, I bought it as a kind of a top up because I couldn't get my own brine shrimp made quickly enough. But I've kind of exclusively switched over to this now. Seems to be working really well, so I'm kind of happy with it. I'm using this now as well as I've made videos about this in the past where when I get to the bottom of a bag of food, I toss it into another tub. So I've got a big tub full of food dust, if you like. So everything that crumbles down to really fine dust, I've been using that as well. So the bigger fry, they're on to like proper adult sized food. Proper soft Artemia, which is quite a big pellet. Not that you can see any of that. But they just sit and they pick away at that quite happily. So I haven't seen any adverse effects by using this primarily, so kind of happy with it. There are 2 pet stores in my community. Both places know me as the crazy fish lady. I was at one today and the staff asked for an update on my fish. So that's what you get, yeah. You get you can either be a crazy cat lady or a crazy fish lady. Which would you rather be? Had to blow dry the daughter's hair, but made it back in time for the quiz. You did indeed. We are just about ready to go. We now have 11 people ready for the quiz. I cheer on the regular car owner who decorated. I know, I did feel a bit sorry for them. It's a holiday in America today. Everyone has today off. Is it? What holiday? Oh, is this your 4th of July thing? But it's only the 3rd. Am I wrong? I don't know. Or you get an extra holiday today because it's on a week. I don't know how it works. Happy 4th of July. I should have really had some questions about that. Or do I? Mini Scene says, working on editing. Oh, yeah, working on editing a video from when I visited. I'll let you know when I finally upload it. Yeah, that'd be interesting to watch. My ember temperatures eat fry food basically because all the other micro pellets is too big. I basically crush. Yeah, that's what I do. So I crush it's all the dust. It's the scrapings from all my other fish foods. I put them into one big fry food and it's just dust and it feeds it really well. Tomorrow's the holiday technically, but people get the long weekend to travel. Fair enough. That kind of makes sense. Right. I think we're ready. There is only 11 people. If you have just joined and you don't know what we're talking about, we are about to play the quiz. Little face. There it is. If you like to scan the scanny thing, that is the scanny thing. And we will get started in a wee short minute. So it's today because tomorrow's the 4th. Normally the 3rd's a big party night because everyone has the 4th off. Canada Day last Wednesday. Yes, I know. I noticed as that as well. Happy day, Americans of whatever persuasion. Let's just leave it with that. Right, let's start this. Get the ball rolling. Best of luck, everyone. We'll start, as we often do, very mundanely with question 1. Remember, if you are a member, you still get your points. Question number 1. How many fences are jumped in the Grand National Horse Race held in the UK each year? Is it 20, 40, 30 or 10? Nice UK-centric sports ball question for you. How many fences are there in the Grand National? Question, is Vegas in this? There will be gambling, yes.
What do points make?
Never heard of
Prizes.
it. You've never heard of the Grand National, the biggest horse race in the universe.
What do points make?
Who was that? Applegal,
Prizes.
Zenny, Lee, all want their points. Horseball, indeed. Stephen wants his points as well.
What do points make? Prizes!
You thought you didn't know, but it was 30. There are 30 fences. Well done, Stephen, for both getting it right and having extra points. Question the next. Geography at UK. What is the largest what is the largest city in Scotland by population? Is it Dundee, Glasgow, Edinburgh, or Aberdeen? Or as they say, Aberdeen. I promise they're not all UK questions. This is Annie's keeping count though, just in case. What's the largest city in Scotland? You think it's either Glasgow or Edinburgh. It is, in fact, by quite a margin, Glasgow. Edinburgh's the capital, but Glasgow is the bigger city. Scores have not moved much. Question number 3. What mythical creature is half man, half horse? Is that a centaur, a pegasus, a griffin, or a minotaur? This isn't geography or UK related. Which mythical creature's half man, half horse? What do we think? Mostly think it's a centaur. It is indeed. I'm going to swap these screens around. So it's the one unintended consequences of having such large screens. I spend all my time doing this now. Well, that made me dizzy. Don't do that again. Question number 4. Where on the human body are the carotid arteries? Legs. Neck, leg, arm, or chest? I might have balls that one up royally. Where on the human body are the carotid arteries? Neck, leg, arm, or chest? I think there might be a steward's inquiry on this one. This is why there's only 10 people playing. No one trusts the quizmaster anymore. Where do you think it might be? Well, some of 3 and 5 of you think it's the chest. 3 of you think it's the leg. It's clearly the neck. Well done, 2 people. Let's move swiftly on. Stephen, you see? Oh. Well done, Stephen and Matthew. See, sometimes it pays to wait. I suppose it's a tactics thing. Question 5. What colour is the solution of copper sulfate? Is it blue, orange, green, or red? What colour is the solution of copper sulfate? You think it's either blue or green. It's blue. See, you can take your pitchforks, put them away, and write a nice peaceful letter about your complaint and send it to me, and I will read it. I will take it very seriously and do nothing about it, and we can all go on about our day. Thank you very much. Question 6. Who founded the automobile company that introduced the Model T? Was that Walter Chrysler, Louis Chevrolet, David Dunbar Buick, or Henry Ford? Who founded the automobile company that introduced the Model T? Ah, you know this one, people. Surely. It is indeed a car question. It's quite an easy car question. Still, it is a car question. You think the Model T was... Well, one of you thinks it was a Chevy. It was not. It was a Ford. Industrialist Henry Ford founded and incorporated the Ford Motor Company in 1903. The classic Model T was introduced in 1908. And Zenny has a Model T. Wow. Very cool. Questions. Prizes. Nope. Prices. Nope. Scores. That's the word. Oh, it's been a long week. Stephen's in the lead. Mona Lee is in second, and mysteriously, Error 404 is in third place. Question 7. In what US state was Taylor Swift born? US. So this is a US-centric question. This should take away one of the UK-centric ones. Was Taylor Swift born in Texas, Florida, Pennsylvania, or Kentucky Fried Chicken? What do we think? Well, the Swifties in the house say that it's Pennsylvania. That's because it's Pennsylvania. It is indeed. Well done. Stephen knows his Swifties. Lee, another closet Swiftie. Kit Les, Matthew. Not US centric. I mean, it's literally about a US state.
What the points make? Prizes!
Adam wants his points. Okay. I'm going to guess Adam is glory, not prizes. He's on 266. As we move on to the next question. Question number 8. Which of these African animals is not classified as a herbivore? A giraffe, rhinoceros, elephant, or warthog? Stephen says it's only because Jenna was yapping about some Taylor Swift nonsense today. Yeah, right. Just shake it off. We all know you love it. Which of these African animals is not a herbivore? Is it a giraffe, a rhinoceros, an ephalump, or a warthog? You think it's a warthog. To a T, you think it's a warthog. It is. Giraffes, elephants, and rhinoceroses are herbivores, primarily consuming plants. Warthogs are omnivores. They eat anything. Lee takes the top spot. Stevie P getting squeezed out. He had to think about that one. Question number 9. Which of these once common household items was patented by Alexander Graham Bell in 1876? The stereo console, the hand mixer, the transistor radio, or the telephone? This question annoyed me today. So this is a crowd generated question. So the way it works is each week I'll usually take half the questions from the trivia library in Crowdpur, and then I'll make up the other half. And this was one of their questions from famous US, what was it called? Something like famous US inventions. No. Famous American inventors. And this is one. I'm like, excuse me, Alexander Graham Bell, American. Born in Scotland, lived in Canada. Like, went on holiday to America once. Anyway, you think it might be the Teflon. It is, in fact, the Teflon. Patented by Alexander Graham Bell in 1876, revolutionized by enabling coherent voice transmission across signaling distances. Although he is widely credited for this invention, he was not the only inventor in this race. Elisha Gray applied for a patent for a similar design on the very same day. We will not shake off that awful joke. Now you've got bad blood. See what you did there. Bandit can smell the gambling. Zenny's having a stroke. I thought he was Canadian. Well, so he was born in Scotland and he lived in Canada and died in Canada. He spent like a couple of years in America, and now they're claiming that as an American invention. Fuck right off. Scottish invention, along with everything else useful in the world, invented in Scotland by a Scottish person. It was in it was in Boston. So he filed a patent in Boston. That does not make him American. I am prepared to die on this hill. Lee is still in first place. Clearly, AI is having a stroke as well. The telephone is widely considered an American invention, though the exact origin is heavily debated. Scottish-born inventor, at least he can get that right, conducted his foundational experiments in Boston and was granted a US patent in 1876. But he was Scottish, not American. If I was like, I don't know, a world record holder or something, and I set that world record in America, that does not make it an American record. I don't become American just because I lift the record weightlifting weight in America. Telephones are as American as good old-fashioned golf. Now that. No, we'll save the rage baiting for the later quiz, but it's more appropriate. And we'll have a bit of rage in the gambling question. So here it comes. This is your first gambling question. Take any, all, some, none of your points, put them up against your brain and wits, and see what happens. Question 10. Here is your useless quiz clue. One last footy question. So is this a double bluff, a triple bluff? Who knows? Question 10. What is the English name for the soccer manoeuvre of kicking the ball between an opponent's legs? Is that a groin pass, a nutmeg, threading the needle, or a ball breaker? I can't believe nobody's going for groin pass or ball breaker. You've all gone for nutmeg or thread the needle. Eight of you have gone for nutmeg, 3 for thread the needle. No groin passes or ball breakers. The correct answer is, of course, the nutmeg. Stephen P. out in front. Adam's still in second place. Got that one. Kit Les moves up into third place. Lee here and Zenny. Youch. Moving swiftly on. Question 11. Poutine is widely recognised as Canada's national dish. Which of these ingredients is not part of a traditional recipe? Is it cheese curds, steak, gravy, or French fries? I've never had poutine, but I think I would enjoy it. I think I would enjoy it if they had steak in it as well. But alas, they do not. Poutine is a delicious Canadian comfort food that has hailed from Quebec since the 1950s, typically composed of 3 main ingredients: hot, crisp French fries, topped with fresh cheese curds, all smothered in a rich, savoury gravy. An actual gravy too, by the pictures I've looked at, not like the weird American white stuff that they have with biscuits for some reason. What is poutine? Well, I have just told you. Poutine is a delicious Canadian comfort food that hailed from Quebec in the 1950s. Its three main ingredients are hot, crisp French fries, cheese curds, and gravy. Like cheesy chips with gravy on. I feel like I would like that. It's just my cup of tea. It's gross. Oh, I thought it would be lovely. It sounds nice. Question 12. What country is home to the Shinano River? Is that in the Philippines, China, Japan, or South Korea? Where is the Shinano River? China. Sorry. Me likey cheesy curry fries. Oh, cheesy chips with curry sauce. That would also be good. Where is the Shinano River? You think it might be... 2 of you think it's the Philippines. 3 of you think it's China. 5 for Japan and 1 South Korean. It is, of course, Japan. It is known as the longest and widest river in Japan. Flows through Nagano, and Niigata. A length of 376 or 67 kilometers, about 228 miles, originates in the mountains of Nagano and winds its way north to the empty Sea of Japan. To empty into the Sea of Japan. God, speaking be hard for Graham now. Like, Stevie P still up top. 1,400 points. That's a good score. Question 13. The Egyptian god Sobek was pictured with a human body and the head of snake, crocodile, hawk, or ram. The Egyptian god Sobek was pictured with a human body and the head of a snake, crocodile, hawk, or ram. I flinched when you said 6, 7. I also flinched. And I'm me. Saying he's not doing well today. When you did win everything last week, so you won the monthly, the weekly, and the extra quiz. So you're just on a come down from your high of last week. That must be it. Who is this Egyptian god? Is he part snake, crocodile, hawk, or ram? You think it might be crocodile. But maybe hawk or ram. It's crocodile. The ancient Egyptian god Sobek was believed to play a protective role against the dangers of life, often associated with Nile crocodiles that inhabited the river. Sobek had a unique place in Egyptian mythology. I was just trying Mr. Miyagi a fly there, but I missed it. Stephen missed that one, but still remains in first place. Question 14. What animal is featured on the flag of Mexico being eaten by an eagle? Is it a spider, a scorpion, a hawk, or a snake? Classic, this is American as well, because Mexico's North America. It's just not a US question. So if you think about it, there's really been more American questions than UK questions. What animal is being eaten by an eagle on the Mexican flag? You think it's either a scorpion or a snake. Scorpion one is reserved for the more fire and brimstone flags. It is, in fact, the snake. Mexico is South America. Mexico is not South America. Mexico is very much North America. isn't it? I said that very confidently, then immediately went, Mexico is North America. Good, and carry on. Mexico is in North America. As I definitely confidently knew. Question 15. In the NATO phonetic alphabet, what word represents the letter G? Is it G for Gary, G for gun, G for golf, or G for green? Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo, Foxtrot, Gary, Hotel, India. See, if nothing else, we learn a little bit of geography in this channel. Now everyone knows that. See, that's the question. Now everyone knows that Mexico is in North America. I had to read that question 3 times. Where's the G in NATO? In the phonetic alphabet, in the NATO phonetic alphabet. Made me laugh. Sorry. You think it might be golf. It is golf. Well done, everyone. Most of you getting that one. Question 16. What common human bone is not present in dogs? Clavicle, radius, tibia, mandible. What bone do dogs not have? Itchy nose. If I retained any of the knowledge, it'd be great, but I get the same questions wrong quiz after quiz. Surely there must be some point in life where you get asked a random question on a random day about a fact that you've learned from a quiz like this. That's kind of my goal in life, that someday somebody will go, do you know what? I was in a pub quiz. In fact, the Armitrages, Just Average Dan and Lauren, sent me a picture of them winning the pub quiz last week in their actual pub. I like to think that's the training that I have provided to them. I see they've taken that and decided not to ever come back now. But I'd love to impart a little bit of knowledge in the world. But what bone is not present in dogs? You think it might be the tibia or the radius? It can't be the clavicle, because that's the collarbone, and all dogs have collars. But no collarbones, it is the clavicle. They do not, pardon me, they do not have a clavicle. Instead, they have a small rudimentary bone attached to their tendons, which allows for more extensive movement of their shoulders and unrestricted front leg strides. Ideal for running and maneuverability. Amrinder, hello, the GIPG. Good evening yourself. Question scores. Glory Not Prizes got that one. Mona Lee got that one. Well done. I'm sure some of the JCVD, yeah, one day you'll be asked a question about Jean-Claude Van Damme. You'll be like, Belgium, muscles from Brussels. You'll know all this. Just, it's like ingrained. I might do a JCVD centric quiz one day. Question 17. In the Beatrix Potter's children's books, what animal is Mrs. Tiggywinkle? A pig, a mole, a rabbit, or a hedgehog? Now, I'm all of a sudden thinking, is Beatrix Potter only popular in the UK? Or do you have that in America? You must have it in America. Surely. Libation break. On to the last of the weird beers. This is Cyberpunk Session IPA. No, we read it just 45 years ago. Fair enough. What animal is Mrs. Tiggywinkle? You think it might be a hedgehog? It is. I thought it was a pig. I was wrong. Stephen, Mysterious Era 404 new. Biggie, Matthew, Applegal, Morley, D. Coral, all getting that one. I confused Beatrix Potter with Harry Potter. Doesn't matter, because I don't know either. Quality. Question 18. What Italian car maker has models such as the California, Testarossa, and Daytona? Is that a Fiat, a Lamborghini, an Alfa Romeo, or a Ferrari? Oh, that's quite nice. Interstellar Brewery with Cyberpunk. Very nice. I know 2 car questions. I didn't even mean that. I must have known you were coming, Bandit. So I included 2 of the easiest car questions ever. What Italian car maker has models such as the California, Testarossa, and Daytona? One of you thinks it's a Fiat, 3 for Lamborghini, 1 for Alfa Romeo, and 8 for Ferrari. It is, of course, Ferrari. Stevie not know his cars. Era 404 moves up into second. Kitles in third. Penultimate question time. So Stephen needs to lose a big bet for anyone else to have a chance here. Best of luck, everyone. Oh no, this is 19th. One more. Which sport introduced the term hat trick, meaning a feat scoring 3 times in a single game? Is that ice hockey, polo, cricket, or rugby? Which sport introduced the term hat trick, meaning to score 3 times in a single game? What are we thinking, Petal? Petal? That's not even a word, Graham. You think it might be ice hockey, maybe cricket. It is, of course, cricket. The term hat trick originated in cricket in the mid-19th century. It was first used in 1858 when Heathfield Harmon Stevenson took 3 wickets with 3 consecutive deliveries during a game in Sheffield, which is where I live. In appreciation of his prowess, the collection was taken to buy a hat for him, and thus the term was born. A hat trick. Ah, now you know. Applegar, Mona Lee, Zenig all getting that one. D. Coral getting that one. So now's your one for. Speaking of 45 years, I have my first hat trick stick on my wall from 1981. So that's a hockey thing. Congratulations. Question 20. Here comes your clue. Do you know your body bits? I've introduced Vegas Baby into the other question, the other quiz that's coming up later tonight as well. Question 20. What part of the body is affected by rhinitis? What part of the body is affected by rhinitis? Is it the ear, the nose, the bum, or the feet? demons, sorry. What part of the body is affected by rhinitis? You think it's probably the nose, a couple of feet, a couple of ears. It is, in fact. Buttons still don't work. It's annoying me. It's the nose. Of course it is. Right, you have to make your own noise. Woo, your winners tonight are... Woo, woo. In third place, Kit Liz, 2,638 points. Yay! Error 404's in second place, mysteriously gaining 2,788 points. Woo! But in first place with an unassailable 3,278 points is Stevie P. Woo! Yeah! Woo! Woo! Sound effects will make a welcome return next week. Stevie P, well done. You, well, I'm going to have to do some live spreadsheeting. Right, talk amongst yourselves for a second while I get this up, because we're in July now, so that makes it a different month, so I have to start a new one. Quiz, June. No, that's the wrong place. Don't want that. I want that. I want that. I want to show you that I'm not cheating. So week 1, dish. Week 2, dish. Week 3, dish. Week 4, dish. Week 5, dish. July 26th, week 1. Right, we need to do a live spreadsheeting. We can do that over here, I believe. Then we delete that. We delete the whole column. We copy that. Minimize that. Week 1. Paste. July. There you go. That's the top 10 for July so far. Stevie P's leading the way. Error 404. Kit Les. Glory Not Prizes in 4th. Matthew B in 5th. Apple Gal in 6th. Zenny 7. Here in 8th. D Coral in 9th. And Sander T makes it into 10th spot. So you've all got a leg up on everyone else that normally plays by turning up tonight. And given that July might be a month for some prizes, it might be worth your while coming back again next week and next week and next week to see if you can score some prizes. Well done, everyone. Woo! Etc. Big face. Big face? Big face. Oh, I meant to do teams. The Europeans got battered again. Look at this. Second place, Europeans with 874 average points. First place, everyone else with 1,800. Beat us by 1,000 points, people. And they still moaned about having too many UK-centric questions. I'm going to need to bring in some ringers. Begrudging congratulations, says Lee. Rhinoplasty, I knew it. Indeed, he did. GIPG saying hello to everyone. Woo, yeah. A question for chat. Right, okay, let's go back to Big Face. Because how else can we answer a question without seeing my entire face? Guys, I have a question for chat. What is the best fish you've ever kept? For me, it was the clown knife I had. He was 2 foot long and would come up to see me as soon as I was near the tank. It was awesome. Yeah, that's probably definitely the sort of behaviour that makes a best fish for me. So best fish for me, individual fish is probably going to be something like my puffers, my flower horn that had Humphrey, Brian for being very personable and wanting to be involved in all my videos. Things like the giant wolffish and the Procolotus flagtail, stunning fish and like impressive, but just a fish that's like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, you got some food for me? Hey! A fish that just gets it in and about it, kind of does it for me all the time. I have a particular goldfish in my tank upstairs that just seems to recognize me. I like that. So that makes it one of my favorite fish. So it's definitely, as much as I love discus and they are my favorite fish, as in type of fish, I love having a tank of discus. I love breeding them. I love all the things about them, colors, behaviors, shapes. No one discus has been like, oh, that's a cool fish. No one. I've had some show fish that have been like, wow, that's pretty cool. But they're still just a slightly more impressive version of a fish that's the same as the fish everyone else got. Whereas individual personalities in a fish, like a flower horn. I mean, I've only had one flower horn, so I don't know what I'm comparing this to, but Humphrey was very personable, very interactive. You couldn't put your hands in the tank without him coming to have a look and see what you're up to. Ultimately, take a chunk out of your knuckle or something, but still, he would be in and about it. Brian, the same. If I'm cleaning this tank, he's like shadowing me from the other side, like, oh, you missed a bit. Oh, what's happened here? Whereas the silver dollars, they are hugely impressive because they're so big and everyone thinks they're piranhas or something. Or the wolffish, but it just sits there like, you're like, yeah, you're cool and you will take a finger off, but he doesn't really care whether I'm here or not, whereas Brian seems to really hate the fact that I'm here. I think that must be it. I haven't had many different fish for long enough to say. I only have some nano fish. I mean, I suppose I have picked big fish there, but I've also had betta fish that have been very big on personality. So I think it's the personality thing, and I think you get big fish and little fish that are like that. Mine's the white cloud mountain minnows for easiest fish, best fish, better fish for personality and interactive. Yeah, I mean, I'm judging it on personality because I think that's what makes a best fish, but it could just be discus, tetras, for rummy nose tetras. A swarm of rummy nose tetras is a sight to behold. So I just because I chose personality doesn't mean that's the criteria. I had a tank behind my desk for a while. The side is what faced my desk. I had a blue angel that may have been a spy because he would stare at my PC screen all day. I know I've had to give presentations. Normally at work, I don't video. I don't. Everyone's like, can everyone come on camera? And I'm like, no, fuck off. No, busy. I'm doing things. I don't want to come on camera. But on the occasions that I do have to come on camera, this is the camera view. So people are like, oh, what's that behind you? Graham, you're being attacked by some kind of mutant monster. And I'm like, oh no, it's fine. So then immediately the Teams call turns into me explaining how Brian is a thing. Like, oh, that looks like quite a big fish. What's he? Is he like, whoa, he must be a good 6 inches long. And I'm like, no, that's perspective. We're going to do the Father Ted thing here. Far away. Small. So up there. He's a big old beast. And obviously, when I am doing Teams calls, I do have to be on camera, or if I'm doing some kind of presentation, he's in the background. It kind of diminishes my authority where I'm trying to go, so we need to really spend £500,000 before we're going to get any money back on this. And he's in the background going, no, don't listen to him. No. And a few times people have been like, so you're asking us for £3 million over 4 years, but that big fish behind you doesn't seem to agree. I'm like, yeah, hilarious. So I do get the thing where he will be. it's both helpful and not helpful though. So he's not helped me a few times and things like that. But sometimes when I don't really want to be on a call or I want to change the subject, I have been known to surreptitiously be like, oh yeah, and then what do you think? Oh, how's your finance package working? I'll be like that. And then everyone will be like, oh, look, your fish is going better. Oh, yes, change the subject. Great. Can move on to something else. But I don't think he's got the brain power to be a spy. I find the autosynclus interesting. I tried a beta, but it died on me. I mean, that is a thing about betas. They kind of do that every now and again. Yeah, autosynclus, they are an interesting fish. Plecos, I get why people love plecos because they are weird looking fish. But it galls me. And I say it to people all the time, but someone will come round to buy some discus and they'll look at my 12-foot tank and go, oh, that's impressive. Yeah, well, wow. And I don't know, a peppermint pleco or a snow white pleco or some kind of fancy pleco will pop out. I'm like, oh, what's that? And I'm like, oh, I can't remember because it's been in there 2 years and this is the first time I've seen it. Because there must be 20 fancy plecos in that tank and I see one a month. So as much as they're cool as hell, the fact that they constantly hide and that means that they're happy, I'm like, ugh. It's like Schrodinger's Peckle. He's either happy or dead. And I don't know until I see him. And then when I see him, that means he's not happy because he's out. How's that a way to enjoy a pet? I'm going to have to change it to the British Commonwealth. Oh, yeah, maybe. Or should we just do United States of America versus everyone else? Maybe that's the way to go. Betta fish, Angel loves to play and follow me around. He goes nuts when I come home. And fish that recognize you, like all my, in the 12-foot tank, all the discus in there, if I go anywhere near, I've got one feeding hole that I use predominantly. If I go anywhere near there, like just move my hand in that direction, every fish from 12 feet away is like, it's going to feed us, it's going to feed us, it's going to, oh, he's not fed us, no. And I feel guilty into having to feed them. Doesn't have to be a big fish, just your favourite fish that you have. But it happens to be a big fish because they've got the personality. They just happen to be a big fish. So I think it's personality for me that makes me pick a favourite. My favourite ever fish, my favourite type of fish is discus, obviously. Amrinder says, I've never had a fish, but watching your stream for months now has made me want to get a fish. In fact, just yesterday I was searching, when can I get a betta fish? I'd love some tips so the poor fella won't die. Fantastic. We've got a convert, guys. We might get somebody converted into the hobby. Definitely. My tips would be, so I'm going to have to try and think of this coherently. And normally, I would say you want to pick your source because I am a firm believer in if you buy a fish from X, if you have problems, if you have questions, if you have anything at all, you go back to X. Because one of the worst things you can do is buy something, and this applies to other things, not just fish. So hopefully you'll agree. If you buy a thing from X and then ask Y how to look after it, and then Z for medication tips, you're going to get a square of different. The more places you ask for advice, the more opportunities for different advice you're going to get. So I would always say, wherever you get your fish from, go back to that place and ask them for the advice. So when you inevitably run into trouble, not that you will inevitably run into trouble, but you will inevitably run into trouble, or you will not trouble necessarily, you might have questions. You go back to the place that knows you, sold you that fish, knows about your setup, because will likely have asked you about your setup, will be local potentially, so we'll know your water parameters, and all these kind of things are all useful. Betters are both a great and terrible first fish. They are one of the more beautiful things and one of the most undemanding species of fish. So you don't need a massive tank. You can just have the one fish and it will be perfectly happy. It looks awesome. So you get a really bright coloured, lots of exotic finnage, a really personable fish often, sometimes a bit murdery, sometimes not. Will be interested in you, will learn your habits, all great things, but also quite heavily and poorly bred in some cases. So a lot of people who get them as their first fish, because of all those qualities of that's a great thing to have in a first fish. And then you get a bad example that dies through no fault of your own, just through bad genetics, through bad breeding, through bad husbandry before you get the fish. It can be really easy to be put off. And I see it time and time again from both beginners as well as experienced people who keep better fish that die. And they're tearing their hair out and going, I didn't do anything wrong. And it's so easy to blame newbies because it's quite a newbie focused fish that lots of people will just assume, oh, well, I must have done something wrong because I don't know what I'm doing yet, or I'm not experienced enough. And a lot of people on the internet will say exactly that. Oh, you just probably don't know how to care for water. Oh, you must not have tested you. Well, you must have done this. With betta specifically, there are other fish that are like this, like rams are another one. Not quite so beginner friendly, but anyway, I digress. It can be quite off-putting to people that they kill an animal or they think they've killed an animal, where in reality that animal was doomed before you got it, so it's not your fault. And it's really hard to pick a good one because there's no way to trace lineages. Unless you know a private breeder, which are few and far between, there's no way to check the welfare standards of the breeder that's produced this better because they just pitched up at Pets and Home or PetSmart in the US or whatever it might be, and you picked that one because it looked cool. It's really tricky, and so it's the perfect beginner fish because it has such undemanding requirements. It's also the worst beginner fish because it has such a 50-50 gambling knife edge whether or not it's going to make it through its first month or not, and sometimes there's nothing that you can do about it. So hopefully that hasn't put you off. It's something that I'm interested in, so maybe when I expand I might do betters and do better breedings, and see if I can get a few going myself, but it's difficult. So all I would say is a community like this, I think everyone here is better than your average Facebook group. I don't mean in terms of like expertise or qualifications or anything like that. That if you were to join my Discord server and ask some questions, I would hope that you would get some genuine help that was coming from a good place. Whereas often on Facebook groups specifically, your question might be, I've just got a new beta and he's doing this. 15 people will tell you your tank's too small before you've even told them how big your tank is, because people just want to have a fight there. Whereas if you can find the right environment, if you're buying from a big box store, you can't really go back there. You can. This is another rant that I'm going to go off on. If you're buying from a big box store, you can't necessarily rely on being able to go back there for the advice, which is an unfair way to tar all big box stores with the same brush. So in the UK, our big box store for fish is Pets at Home. So they do dog food, cat food, lizard food. I don't know. You can buy hay in bulk. You can buy hutches for your rabbit, all this kind of stuff. And they have a fish section, so you can go to the fish section. Sometimes the people who work in the fish section know hee-haw about fish. Sometimes the people that work in the fish section are big fish nerds and really into it and know lots of things. But the internet tars them all with the same brush of, they're all idiots, they don't know what they're doing, because the corporate Pets at Home people put up signs that say things like, buy your fish tank, fill it with water, and then wait one day before buying a fish. And you're like, well, that doesn't make any sense at all. And I have spoken to people in these stores and Pets at Home who have said, I know, but I'm not allowed to take the sign down. It's the decision's made several pay grades above me. So you do get good people at these stores. But just remember, this is a pet store. It's not a fish store. So you're as likely to get the person who's responsible for the cat section who happens to be minding the fish section because someone didn't turn up for work or it's someone else's lunch. So you might not, your mileage will vary, is all I can say. Whereas if you go to a fish show, a fish store, everyone in there is the fish guy. So you're more likely to get a better hit rate on your advice. And if you join my Discord, a particular Facebook group that you like, that you feel comfortable with, you can get to know people, you can build relationships and get advice without prejudice, without judgment, all those kind of things. Really important. I think it's one of the most important things in the hobby is to try and foster a nice environment. This is meant to be a nice hobby. It's meant to be relaxing. It's meant to be fun. It's meant to be aesthetically pleasing. It's meant to be all these things. And if we just constantly bicker and argue between ourselves, it doesn't show us in the greatest of lights. There we go. I'll get off my soapbox now. My co-workers get a stereo Teams background. Yep, mine normally get that from me. But every now and again I'm forced to come on camera. I used to always... I had one particular client who would always be like, every now and again, he'd be like, guys, can we turn our cameras on, guys? And I used to always, I thought, jokingly say, no, I've not got any clothes on. And I didn't get reported, but somebody said it made them feel uncomfortable to imagine me naked while talking to me. I was like, yeah, that tracks. So now I have to every now and again go, no, yeah, clothed, yeah, nothing on bottom half. No, sorry. But yes, I don't like doing cameras because 9 times out of 10, but most of my job is sitting on conference calls, either arbitrating arguments, settling starting the arguments, or just generally listening to someone talk pish for half an hour and push bullshit around a table. I can do that while I'm doing other things. So normally I'll be writing another document. I might be researching something for a design or whatever. I might be doing a water change. I might all these other things. But it seems a waste of my time to be on camera and pretending to be really like, because normally my resting bitch face is what? So I think it's probably better for the world that they don't see my face, so I don't. What? What utter bollocks! So me, no face, on mute is the best way to have meetings. Right, we've got one more quiz for you. Yes, so lots of advice about betas in there. Definitely, it's definitely worth trying it with the beta because they have got good. They hit a lot of marks for a good first fish. It's just the fact that some of them are so badly bred and so badly genetically disposed to fail that it puts you off. Yeah, so there's loads of advice there. It's probably all good. What else can I say? I'm the host of 75% of the meeting, so I have to have a smiling face. I know. It annoys me. Don't know whether it's just it's an age thing that I'm getting old. If it's an ambivalence thing, I just don't care anymore. But I had an hour's meeting today about data security. And I was like, I don't give a flying fig about data security. It was basically an hour to tell me you have to delete your emails after 3 years. Okay, got it. And then they told me that 17 different ways. I'm like, I heard you the first time. I'm still not going to do it. Another thing about it, it'd be really useful if people would stop attaching documents to emails. If you're that concerned about attaching documents to emails, remove the ability for people to attach documents to emails. There's literally a button. You can just tick it or untick it. Job done. Why do I have to sit and listen to you lecture me on it once a quarter? If it is important, don't let people do it. It just beggars belief sometimes. But you know what? Like, it was a call with nearly 300 people for an hour. Fairly senior people, fairly high up in a company, all getting a good hourly wage. 300. The amount of money that meeting cost for everyone, I imagine, to a T, sat like this. I can't believe it sometimes. People were saying, what was it said? One guy said, yeah, I lie awake at night worrying about who the owner is of a particular data set in SharePoint. I'm like, you lie awake at night worrying about who owns what the... Come on camera so I can slap you, you fucking idiot. So no, I just can't. I can't be doing with it. How old you, Graham? I old very, Teresa. I am 49 this month. Oh God, that is old. In 18 days, I will be 49. My daughter's beta is getting tattered fins and tumours. We've had them 18 months, like clockwork. Exactly. So Stephen is one of the most experienced, dedicated, competent, good-willed fish keepers you could ever hope to meet. So he is not abusing that betta fish. He is not allowing that betta fish to be mistreated in his house. It's just... it happens. And I've done the same thing for my daughter. We've gone to the shop. You remember Snowy? We made a video about the series about Snowy. And then I have to deal with the devastation of that fish dying. And she's looking at me like, but you're a professional fish person. I'm like, I'm not, but still. There's nothing we can do about it. There is no medication for shit genetics. Yeah, I mean, I know they're not the longest living fish in the world anyway. But yeah, it's sad sometimes. I think there's a bit of a cycle. You see it with different fish in the hobby, and sometimes I think that's where some people, I've been very fence-sitting here. Sometimes when you hear complaints about the hobby, that's the one thing I kind of go, yeah. Like when something becomes popular and everyone reads it in such a way that you know they're not... It happened with neon tetras. It happened with German blue rams. It happened... loads of things it's happened with, where something that's fairly easy to breed, people just breed and to breed and to breed and to breed and to breed to the point where you're pumping out fish that live for a third of their normal lifetime because they're just riddled with genetic issues because they were popular. Sad to see. Sad to see. We need to do better at it, but I have no idea how to do better at it. It's like LinkedIn with your mouth. I'm going to use that. Yeah, I don't want to put anyone off getting a betta fish because they are lovely fish. Just they might not last 5 or 6 years, when they probably should easily. They say neon tetras are badly inbred too. Yeah, They do, and they are. And there's lots of different fish. I can't think of any other ones offhand. I was about to list off, reeling out all the ones that have been famously interbred to the max. I can't remember any other ones now. I had a rant about this a while ago as well. Brain old. You know what I mean? Right, anyway, one more quiz before we're done. So this one is called A Bit of Everything. Let me just get it set up here. Here is the scanning thing for those of you that like scanning things. And here is the code for those of you who like clicking a code. Copy link address. So this is called A Little Bit of Everything. And you might be able to take a wild guess as to why it's called that. We've mixed in a little bit of emoji games, a little bit of Answer Smash, a little bit of Dingbats. So this is either going to go really well and everyone will be like, wow, that was fun, or what? Who? I don't understand. What question? No, what? So, to be clear, there are some emoji questions which are, it will tell you what it is. So I'll give you a hint. The first one is an emoji cartoon character. So it's literally going to say in the question, emoji cartoon character, then the emojis, and you have to guess what that emoji relates to as a cartoon character. Another one might be emoji film, emoji whatever. There will be answer smashes, so they will start with smash, and then you'll get your normal picture and your text. Then there'll be dingbats. See what you see. See what you see. Got it? A little bit of everything. Trying to mix it up a little bit. Guppies, yeah, there's another good one. Yeah, guppies, where people will get strains of, I'm thinking of things like specific strains of guppies, like tuxedos were another one where for a while it was desirable to have, for some reason, thin tails. So normally with guppies, you like a nice thick, forget the word, caudal fin. God, brain has really turned to mush. Anyway, the bit before the flary tail, for a while, it became quite popular to have that as thin as possible. I never got that because I'm like, it's a big thick tail. Why would you want a thin? Anyway, so people would breed that, and they'd breed the ones that produced that, and they'd breed that into a line, and you'd be like, well, this is never going to end well. And all you did was get loads of really sick fish with bent backs, and it'd be like, why have you done this? And because guppies are guppies and they're dead easy to breed, you can just breed father to daughter to son to fun to over and over and over and over again, to the fact you get them coming out with 8 eyes and like pectoral fins on their head and stuff like that. You're like, oh. Peduncle, is that the word I'm looking for? I think it is. There was an emoji quiz on Facebook I used to play. It got hard. Well, some of these, I say some of these are easy because I wrote them, so I would say that. I think we're just going to have to give it a go. Pouring my third glass of wine, so if I crash on this game, you know why. That's what we like to see. All right, we're just going to give it a go. So you've got a minute for each question. You're going to be required to type in the answer. Spelling, not an issue. Grammar, not an issue. I might make fun of you, but it's not an issue. If I can understand what you're trying to say, I will give you the points. I can think of no other way to try it than to just try it. So shall we just try it? Let's try it then. Big face. Oh, no, we have to do it this way. Big face. Small face. Don't even know what kind of face I want. We have 13 players. Best of luck, everyone. Here we go. Let's have a countdown of 10 seconds. Fancy goldfish. Yep, another one. Anything that's popular, basically. They just get too popular. Emoji cartoon character. And there are your emojis. Now, that looks a little bit red. It's not meant to be quite that red. On my screen, it's a little bit less red. What might be less red than red? A softer red, like maybe even a cerise or a salmon. The picture is irrelevant. This is just people that don't know anything. I said this was going to go one of two ways. It's gone the second way. Emoji cartoon character. What's happening there? Sorry, we have a burglar. Let me just check what's going on. Back in a second. All right, it's not a burglar. Just my daughter. Right. Emoji cartoon character. Live answers. So, a not actually red thing. What's a bit less than red? Cerise, salmon, hot, pink. And that's a cat, not a dog. What's another? A type of cat? Not Garfield. Angry Tom. No cats. Now that is a say what you see. That is not the name of this particular game. So you have said what you've seen, but I didn't ask you to say what you've seen. Clifford the Big Red Dog. It's a cat. Clifford the Big Red Dog. It's still a cat. Red cat. Pluto dog. Stop cat. Ginger cat. Less red than red cat. Pink panther. On my screen it is pink, to be fair, so that might be a bit easier. Pink panther is what I was looking for. Let's see who did well on that one. I just need to help my daughter for a second. Back in a second. I mean, it is pink on my screen, and a panther is a cat, so Pink Panther. You stealing my drinks? It looks red on my screen now, but on my home screen it's pink. Question 2. Say what you see. So this is a say what you see. Say what you see. What do you see? Say it. The picture was irrelevant. Adam, no answering in chat until the timer runs out. You get a 5-match ban. Say what you see has been taken to a whole new level. Calm storm. See what you see. Calm storm. Two people. Two people. That famous saying, calm storm. Calm before the storm. Or clam before the storm. I'm going to give you that. The clam before the storm. I mean, that's a good pub name. Calm before the storm. You can have that as well. Because the answer I was looking for was indeed calm before the storm. Right, we have some scorers. Error 404 here and Zenny McGinger are your top three, joint second for here and Zenny. 80 points each on that one. Error 404 a little bit faster. Question number 3. What type of question will this be? It's a smash. Educator imparting knowledge, skills, or competence. And that thing. Educator imparting knowledge, skills, or competence. And that thing. I think we have a couple of people who don't understand the concept of answer smash, which is all right. We've been playing it for about 6 months now, and people still don't understand it. I should have maybe run through what an answer smash is. An answer smash is where there are two answers. The text question and the picture question will give you two answers that, when smashed together, will have overlapping letters. The end of one word will be the start of the other word. So the picture was a kite, and an educator imparting knowledge, skills, or competence is a teacher. The last two letters of kite are the first two letters of teacher, hence kite teacher. Teacher is just teacher. Flying kite is just flying kite. If you two had got together and smashed the answer together, you'd have got a point. The educated Mr. Kite? No. Kite. I do like it when people are just like, I don't know, just type in one of them. Fair enough. No. Nil point. Kite teacher is what I was looking for. Well done, 9 people. Right. Question number 4. What word goes between these to form two new words or phrases? So, you've got the word figure and the word hunter. A word can be placed in between them that can be the... So, figure blank and blank hunter. The same word will make those make sense. Does that make sense? Do you understand? Figure blank. I only need the word that goes in the middle. I don't need all the other words. So whatever word fits in here to make these two make sense, just type that one word. So, for instance, someone has written demon. Figure demon, demon hunter. Someone else thinks this is a dingbat. It's not a dingbat. I'm just looking for a word. Some of you have got it. So 3 people have gone with head, figurehead, headhunter, figure number hunter. Okay, you clearly just didn't understand the question, but also, what's a figure number? No. What's a number hunter? Double no. Figure of speech, you thought this was a dingbat. Demon, figure demon, demon hunter. No. figure skating, well, if there was such a thing as a skating hunter, you would have got it technically correct on this one. But no, a figure storm and a storm hunter. I guess you get storm hunters, but I don't know what a figure storm is. So the answer I was looking for was head. Figurehead, head hunter. So there are going to be 2 more of this style of question. So keep your eyes peeled. But well done, 3 people. Stephen P is taking a commanding lead with 2,007 points minus 1,800. Error 404, 162, 1 behind Zenny McGinger, 161. But everyone in the top 10, within touching distance of everyone except Stephen, I guess, is pulling away a little bit. Let's try the next one. Question 5. It's another dingbat. Say what you see with this 420p image. Lots of interesting spellings, but we'll give you them. Jeff Gillooly was a figure skating hunter. See also Tonya Harding. Close, but no. We've got 8 of you going with chip off the old block. I mean, what chip off the block? I mean, that's clearly an old block. I think you have to have old in there. I'll give you the points. We're amongst friends. Chipped Mr. Block. No. Chip off my shoulder. No. Brickhead. Face. Face. I love the literal translation of say what you see. Someone's like that. Face. It's got to be. Why would it be on a block if it was just face? Oh dear. I need to know who put face. Oh, Teresa. Oh, you never disappoint, Teresa. Never stop being you, Teresa. You have 0 points, Teresa. Now you have 101 for putting face and delighting me with your answer. But the one I was looking for was chip off the old block. Well done, 9 people. Face. Oh. Calm down. Oh, that's made me cry and everything. Oh dear. Question 6. Oh, more emojis. So this is an emoji question, and it's a band I want. What band is this? The picture is irrelevant. The picture is irrelevant. This is just a quizzical look that I picked. Dear. It's actually made me tear up. That was... You know, sometimes you're like streaming for a couple of hours, like, oh, was that worth it? Did anybody enjoy that at all? Tonight, I've enjoyed it just for face. Right, live answers. 2 people have gone for Arctic Monkeys. 1 for the well-known band Snow Monkeys. Snow Blind, Snow Mute, Snow Deer. Deaf, Snow Leopard. Snow Patrol, oh, it's good, but it's not right. Snow Monkey. Trick Monkeys. That's just spelling. You can have that. Cocaine Monkeys. The monkeys were snowflakes. I was looking for Arctic Monkeys. Arctic Monkeys. Well done, 3 people. Stevie P still in first place. Bandit Aquatic making a move. He's into second place. Third place, Error 404, mysteriously not scored. Teresa is up into the top 10 with her 101 points. Face. Question 7. I think this might be another missing word one. It is, what word goes between this to form 2 new words or phrases? Your words are hush and love. Hush blank love. What word fits in there? Hush blank love. Yeah. What word makes another 2 phrases between hush and love you guys have come up with? Puppy. Hush puppy. Puppy love. And then hotel and deer. Hush hotel. Hotel love. Hotel love. I don't think either of those work. Hush dear and dear love. I mean, if you have a specific type of relationship with your other half, you might say that a lot. Hush dear. And you might say, oh, dear love. But no. Puppy is what we wanted. Puppy is what's getting the points. Well done, all the puppy putters. Zeri's back into the top 3. Kicking out Lee. Question number 8. Say what you see. This is a dingbats. Say what you see. I mean, not literally, but you know, it's meant to be like a phrase, a saying, a famous thing, a landmark. When you type out what you think is the answer, read it back to yourself and go, yeah, that's a thing people say. That should be the test of whether or not that's a good answer. I fear some of you are failing that test. For instance, not rocket science. That's Bo rocket science. Is Bo? It's kind of near no. I'm going to give you that. No rocket speaker. That's saying what you see. That famous saying. No rocket speaker. Closely followed by aerospace science. No rocket beaker's got 2. No space chemistry. No rocket flask. The famous saying, no rocket flask. I'm a rocket and I need points. I was going for it's not rocket science or not rocket science. Adam is pretty sure he's heard Professor Bunsen Burner tell Beaker, no rockets. No, I was going for not rocket science. I want to know who is a rocket, though, and needs points, because sometimes just asking for points gets you points. Kit Les, you can have some points. You have 0. 5. Zenny, Bandit, and Stevie P are pulling away from everyone else a little bit. Question number 9, penultimate question time. Another emoji one. It's a TV show. What could this TV show be? You have a big red cross. Some folders, papers. What could it be? Barack Obama is irrelevant. It's not part of the answer. He's simply filling the role as confused person. What do we think? Live answer time. X-Files. It was a literal one. We have an X and we have some files. File folders, files. X-Files. I wanted X-Files. The Office. It's good. Well, it's not even good. It's mediocre and it's not right. No folder bunny. Folder? Where's the bunny? 4 question marks after folder as well. Not documents. That is saying what you see. Not documents. I like that. Who's not documents? No folder bunny folder. Apple cows clearly wankered. That third bottle of wine's gone to her head. Who was no documents? That was Adam. Is no documents. You can have, I don't know, 11 points. Well done. Final Vegas, baby. Gambling question on your final question. I can't remember what it is. It might be an answer smash. It might be another word gap one. Who knows? I'm sure there will be a completely useless clue coming your way. It's an answer smash. A final smash to wager your wagering points on. A container primarily used for boiling water. Oh, it's a big spider. Sorry. A container primarily used for boiling water, and that thing. Remember, the first few letters of one of the answers will be the last few letters of the other. What do we think a container primarily used for boiling water is, or for herding protesters into an area? or a type of bell used for lifting weights. What do we think? I'll tell you what you think. You think it's this. A container primarily used for boiling water is a kettle, and that is a rocket making rockettle. Kettle is just kettle. That's neither. I mean, it's one answer, but it's not smashed into anything. Unless you thought that was a rockettle. That's just spelling. You can have that. If I can copy it. Ow. Boiler rocket. Boiler rocket. A container primarily used for boiling water. A boiler. Do people call them boilers? I mean, a boiler is like for your central heating in this country. I mean, it's technically correct because boiler and rocket are smashed together. Is this a final technically correct? We're going to need to have a vote in chat. I won't look and see who it was, but is boiler rocket technically correct? Yes or no? If it's yes, they get an extra 100 points. I'm going to wait for 10 seconds and count up the votes. I'm not looking at chat, so I'll see that. But boiler, a container primarily used for boiling water. I mean, a boiler is used for boiling water. But I'm on the fence with this one. Let's go to chat. Vegas, baby. Ooh. Okay, we're miles behind. Sorry. Let me catch up with chat. I'm a lush. I only need 3 glasses of wine to turn dumb. Cheap date. That's what we like. Zenny says, I feel boiler rocket is technically... Oh, I also feel like it might be technically correct. And it wasn't me. Yes from Lee. I didn't say appliance. No from Bandit. That's one of each. On a ship or train, water boils in the boiler. So I'm taking that as a yes. Not 200. Not 100. I think technically correct, says Error 404. It does contain boil. Yep. Howdy all, says Garage Gills. Give them the poigers, says Applegal, who's clearly smashed. Hey, GG. Garage Gills. Hot water boiler is a water heater here. God, you're so literal. What do you call that area you walk on at the side of the road? Sidewalk. What do you call that thing that heats water? Water heater. I'm giving you the points, right? Let's find out who it was. I am giving boiler rocket as a correct answer and a bonus 100 points. So, let me see who boiler rocket was. Boiler rocket was Glory Not Prize. It was Adam. So, Adam is not winning anything, so it's fine. Gets an extra 100 points for Adam, and the correct answer I was looking for was Rockettle. Finish the trivia game, and your winners are... In third place, woo, yeah, applause, etc. Zenny McGinger, 799 points. In second place with a great score of 868 points. It's Bandit Aquatic, woo, yeah, burp, burp, burp. Again, your winner tonight is Stevie P with a 1,072 points. Unassailable lead. Smashed it, Stephen. Well done. Even with all the free points for everyone else. Glory Not Prizes got into the top 10 with that extra 100 points. Well done, Adam. Applegal made the top 10 after 300 glasses of wine. That's an achievement. Stevie P, Bandit, Zenny, Mona Lee, Era404, Kitliz, Matthew B, Witty, Glory Nut Prizes, Applegal, Amrender, Teresa, Kitliz. Kitliz, so good to try twice. And Mona Lee. Boop, boop, boop. Big face. Right. We have gone a little bit over, and I need to finish on time tonight because I have a drive to Newcastle tomorrow. First time we've been in the top 3 on anything but the original Answer Smash. Good job, everyone. That's what we like to see. Everyone's happy. Everyone got some points. Everyone did well. Right. I'm going to love you and leave you, everyone, because it is that time. I'm sure someone else is streaming and doing some things. You can go and watch them do those things somewhere else. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Bye. Love you. Bye.